Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa in the works. Things Roman Reigns is rumored to do on WWE SmackDown this week. Former WWE star plans to murder Paul Heyman. Randy Orton, the highest-paid male superstar. Cody Rhodes needed to lose at WrestleMania 39. Drew McIntyre asks to leave WWE amidst major creative issue, and more. Let's jump right into it. Things Roman Reigns is rumored to do on WWE SmackDown this week. Roman Reigns, the leader of the bloodline, likes to remain in control of every aspect of it. However, since the Usos lost the undisputed tag team titles to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 39, he hasn't been present much alongside the bloodline. On the Friday night SmackDown that aired on May 12, 2023, the tribal chief returned to the blue brand. During his promo with the bloodline, Roman Reigns ruthlessly berated the Usos, demanding nothing less than an apology and shoving Jimmy Uso in the face. To add insult to injury, the tribal chief declared it would be Solo Sikoa and himself taking on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the undisputed tag team titles at Night of Champions. Considering the tribal chief has already demeaned the Usos in front of the entire WWE universe, curiosity begs to know what he can do on SmackDown on May 19, 2023. Here are 3 things that Roman Reigns can do on the blue brand. Number 3. Roman Reigns threatens to remove the Usos from the bloodline. It's crystal clear that the tribal chief cares more about bringing back all the titles to the bloodline rather than his actual blood relative. His announcement regarding Night of Champions even infuriated Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Unfortunately, his frustration towards the Usos hasn't completely faded. He's still extremely disappointed and probably will take harsher steps to teach them a lesson. One of the things he can do to break their spirit is remove them from the bloodline. This would make them feel like they're not family anymore, especially when family and blood are the most important in the Samoan culture. Number 2. The bloodline ambushes Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Even though Owens and Zayn were drafted to WWE Raw during Draft 2023, they still have to defend the undisputed tag team titles on both shows, so their presence on the blue brand isn't unnatural. If they show up on Friday, Roman Reigns can ambush them with the help of Solo Sikoa and maybe even the Usos. His anger and frustration towards the bloodline losing the undisputed tag team titles isn't limited to the Usos, but extends to the current champions as well. Furthermore, he had given Sami Zayn the status of an honorary use and welcomed him into the bloodline. Zayn's betrayal still stings like a scorpion's bite. He wouldn't let go of any opportunity that enables him to demolish Zayn. Number 1. WWE informs him about defending the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at Night of Champions. One of the reasons Triple H announced the new World Heavyweight Championship as an exclusive belt for Raw is because Roman Reigns refused to pull double duty by defending the title regularly. Keeping that in mind, he could be under the impression that he wouldn't have to be in the ring for 2 different matches during Night of Champions. However, WWE has made it clear that every title will be on the line at Night of Champions, and that includes the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. With that rule in mind, Reigns should defend the title, especially with Night of Champions being the 1000th day of his title reign. On Friday night SmackDown, someone from WWE, maybe Adam Pearce or Triple H, could potentially inform Roman Reigns about the double duty he's being booked for during Night of Champions. Former WWE star plans to murder Paul Heyman. One of the most bizarre stories in WWE history came to light in 2019 during an episode of Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore podcast. The former WWE superstar recalled how he once became so frustrated with Paul Heyman that he constructed a plan to kill his former ECW boss. In 2001, Dreamer suffered from depression when ECW went out of business. The wrestling legend previously rejected a $750,000 offer from WCW after Heyman allegedly pleaded with him to stay loyal to ECW. At the time, he felt screwed over by Heyman, who joined WWE as a commentator once ECW ceased operations. Dreamer was supposed to appear at WrestleMania 17, but plans changed at the last minute. Left angry and frustrated, the former ECW World Heavyweight Champion wanted to shoot Heyman on live television before killing himself. At WrestleMania, I was going to hop the rail, and I was going to whack Paul Heyman in the back of the head right at the announce table. Then I was going to whack myself, Dreamer said. The ultimate martyr, I was going to hit my pose, crack, boom, pull the trigger. Because I was that insane, don't know if I would have went through with it, but that's what I was thinking about every day. In Dreamer's mind, fans would have viewed the moment as a storyline development before realizing the seriousness of the situation. I was like, I will go down in history, hit my pose, pop, boom. First they think it as an angle until I shot him. I was so severely depressed and so mental with rage I needed help. Dreamer was initially due to make a cameo appearance in the TLC match between the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardy Boys. However, the additional roles went to Lita, Rhino, and Spike Dudley instead. WB's higher-ups also planned for Dreamer Dreamer to participate in a hardcore championship angle, but that idea was also nixed. Shortly before the event, Jim Ross left a message on Tommy Dreamer's phone. Ross, a talent relations executive at the time, reassured the former ECW star that WWE still wanted him despite the confusion surrounding his WrestleMania status. After hearing Ross' message, Dreamer changed his mindset and decided not to go through with his murder-suicide plan. I needed help. That help came from a phone call from Jim Ross. Randomly, I get a phone call from a number I didn't know. I didn't pick up, and I remember having these thoughts, and it was bad. I had a gun. Could you think about the horribleness that I would have done for my legacy? I would have ruined WrestleMania, which I love WrestleMania, for everybody. These thoughts were so crazed in my head. How dare that person? He screwed my parents over. I was screwed. 3 months after WrestleMania 17, Dreamer finally appeared in WWE on the July 9, 2001 episode of Raw. He became a member of the WCW/ECW Alliance faction as part of the Invasion angle. What are your thoughts on this story? Let us know in the comments section below. Randy Orton, the highest paid male superstar. Roman Reigns sits at the top of the WWE food chain along with Brock Lesnar. Both men might be part-timers but are the highest paid male superstars in the company. Interestingly, full-time superstar and former WWE champion, the Viper Randy Orton, is the third highest paid male superstar on the roster. With multiple championship reigns to his name, including 14 world titles, Randy Orton has solidified his status as one of the all-time greats in WWE history. His signature move, the devastating RKO, has become synonymous with his name and is a highlight reel moment that fans eagerly anticipate. Recent reports by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer indicate that Randy Orton has secured his position as the third highest paid male superstar in WWE, trailing behind the likes of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. This achievement is a testament to his longevity, skill, and undeniable popularity among fans. He is believed to be one of the highest paid guys on the active roster, on the men's side believed to be behind Reigns and Lesnar and nobody else. The Viper's father recently told Sportskeeda that his doctors had told Randy not to wrestle again. The 14-time world champion has been out of action since last year after suffering a back injury. While he was expected to return by SummerSlam 2022 to face Roman Reigns, that did not materialize and his future looks to be surrounded in questions now. While Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar currently hold the top 2 spots on the earnings list, Orton's consistent presence in the upper echelons is a testament to his enduring popularity and enduring success. His talent, work ethic, and dedication to his craft have paid dividends, both in terms of championships won and financial reward. Beyond his in-ring achievements, Orton's success can be attributed to his marketability and crossover appeal. He has been featured in various media outlets, including films and television shows, further expanding his brand and increasing his earning potential. Cody Rhodes needed to lose at WrestleMania 39. WWE legend Stone Cold Steve Austin recently stated that Cody Rhodes needed to lose at WrestleMania 39. When the American Nightmare returned to the WWE last year, he made it clear that his goal was to become the world champion. After being out of action for several months, Rhodes returned to win the Royal Rumble match. He went on to challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania 39 but failed to emerge victorious. The wrestling world has since been split on WWE's decision to have Reigns retain his title at WrestleMania, and Steve Austin is the latest to weigh in on the topic. Speaking to Busted Open Radio, Stone Cold Steve Austin said that WWE made the right choice by having Cody Rhodes lose at WrestleMania 39. I completely thought that they made the right decision, Austin said. I really respect the hell out of Cody for what he did when he walked away from WWE and found himself. He went down to AEW and then came back or was hired back, however that works. Austin added that having the former AEW star win at Mania would have been too storybook and cliche. Anyway, he gets injured. He blows out a pec. He competes in the Royal Rumble. Now he comes back and he gets in the main event with Roman. I just think it was so storybook. It would have been so cliche to put the belt on him. Has he earned the opportunity to be there? Yeah, but would he have been the right guy right now trying to take out Roman Reigns? I just think not. During the same episode, Steve Austin said that Roman Reigns is on fire at the moment and Rhodes isn't quite there yet. He also said that he respects the American Nightmare for lying down for the right reasons. Roman is so fire and is so money right now. Cody is going to be there. To me, it made me respect Cody more when you're laying down there looking at the lights and you know that story is going to be completed one of these days, but it ain't gonna be right here, and it was for the right reasons, and the reasons were business. Cody Rhodes was also put out of contention for the World Heavyweight Championship after being attacked by Brock Lesnar during a triple threat qualification match on Raw. He is slated to face the Beast at Night of Champions in a second bout after beating him at Backlash. Do you think Cody Rhodes should have won at WrestleMania 39? Sound it off in the comments section below. Drew McIntyre asked to leave WWE amidst major creative issue. The deep WWE roster has several talents that won't always get their way creatively in the AAA regime, and it seems Drew McIntyre is also facing a similar issue within the company. It's been a while since fans have seen McIntyre on TV, as multiple reports have confirmed that his current contract will expire by the end of 2023. WWE has reportedly had talks with the Scottish Warrior, but very various problems have allegedly cropped up, leading to both parties still waiting to agree to a new potential deal. The latest update on Drew McIntyre's status has revealed that he has not returned due to a creative issue behind the scenes. Based on all the details, the two-time world champion may leave the company as a free agent. However, the promotion could freeze his contract and add on all the time he's missed of late, something they've done with many talents in the past. Here's what Dave Meltzer reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. At this point, McIntyre's return is basically more a creative issue regarding what they want, what he wants, and when they agree to it. Regarding the potential of his leaving, the time he has been out of action can be used to freeze and extend his contract if WWE so desires. WWE in the past has done that with numerous wrestlers who had expressed wanting to leave. For those wondering whether Drew McIntyre voluntarily requested to quit WWE, sources shot down the rumor and said that is not the case. As of this writing, McIntyre has not signed a new contract, and the option for him to return as a heel and challenge Seth Rollins, who was the favorite to win the World Heavyweight Championship, is currently on the table. It should be noted that McIntyre, to the best of our knowledge, has not asked to leave, but they have not agreed to a new deal, Meltzer continued. But there is an obvious spot for him as a heel challenging Rollins. The six-time champion last competed at WrestleMania 39 in a hard-hitting match for the Intercontinental Championship featuring Gunther and Sheamus. Drew has been pushed as a top guy in recent years as he was the undisputed MVP during the COVID-19 pandemic when all the shows happened without a live crowd. Over the past year, WWE has expanded its premium live event business with multiple overseas shows. Money in the Bank is slated to happen in the UK, and most fans hope for Drew McIntyre to be a part of the match card. Unfortunately for his supporters, the 37-year-old superstar could miss the PLE as he was recently pulled from the advertisements for MITB, which will happen at the O2 Arena on July 1. AJ Styles winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Wrestling fans on Twitter are clearly anticipating former WWE champion AJ Styles becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion at Night of Champions. The Phenomenal One will square off against Seth Rollins at Night of Champions. The bout's winner will win the newly minted World Heavyweight Championship. On May 27, the premium live event will emanate from the Jeddah Superdome in Saudi Arabia. Both Seth Rollins and AJ Styles qualified for the contest after winning the triple threat qualifying bout and the ensuing semifinals on Raw and SmackDown, respectively. Ahead of their Night of Champions clash, WWE asked fans on Twitter if Styles could become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Fans did not hold back as they are ready to witness the 45-year-old become a world champion for the third time in his WWE career. A fan assertively shared a big yes to the Phenomenal One winning the World Heavyweight title. Another fan asserted that the new World Championship would look phenomenal on Styles. A fan also noted that AJ Styles could win the championship if his faction, the OC, turned heel, and it would be good for him before retiring. Whereas some wrestling fans oppose the idea of Styles winning as their favorite is Seth Rollins. The Visionary will be on the lookout to become a 5-time world champion. Rollins has been touted as one of the biggest superstars on the roster, and the crowd is expected to wholeheartedly back him. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles are wrestling veterans who have had illustrious careers outside of WWE. The two extremely talented superstars are less than 2 weeks away from their historic World Heavyweight Championship showdown in Saudi Arabia. The former Universal Champion recently took to Twitter to convey a message to Styles. Seth tagged AJ in the post, which included a photo of the two of them wrestling in the past, and wrote Night of Champions. Hashtag Night of Champions at AJS Tilesorg at WWE, Seth Rollins tweeted. It remains to be seen who will emerge as the winner at Night of Champions. It will also be interesting to see whether any other new champions are going to be crowned at the premium live event. Do you think AJ Styles should win the newly minted World Heavyweight Championship? Sound off in the comments section below. Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa in the works. WWE Universe is in for a thrilling showdown as the promotion is reportedly planning a highly anticipated match between two dominant forces in the ring, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. The upcoming clash between these formidable competitors is expected to be the climax of the simmering tension within the Bloodline faction. The Bloodline, consisting of Roman Reigns and his cousins, the Usos and Solo Sikoa, has been a dominant force in WWE, asserting their dominance and heritage at every turn. However, recent events have caused a rift within the family, with Solo Sikoa siding with the tribal chief instead of his brothers. The initial plan for the storyline is to pit Reigns and Sikoa against the Usos. This family feud is bound to captivate fans as the emotional stakes will be high, with blood ties torn apart by loyalties and betrayals. Reigns and Sikoa are currently set to take on tag team champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at Night of Champions. Here's what Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer stated. The Bloodline saga seems to have plans for a long series of directions from Reigns and Sikoa versus Usos in possible singles and tags, and eventually Reigns versus Sikoa. The enforcer of the bloodline has time and again proven his loyalty to the tribal chief. Reigns is unhappy with the Usos after their failure to defeat Zayn and Owens. The WWE Universal Champion has decided to go after the tag team titles himself along with Solo. The progression of the storyline will culminate in an epic match between Roman and Solo. While Sikoa continues to be by Reigns' side for now, there will come a time when the Street Champion will want to break out. It's being touted as the future of WWE, and reports suggest the company has long-term plans for him.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me